All right, so good morning for June 20th, 2022. And this morning I sat down with my light family and I asked them if they would like to provide a universal message for this day. And Jesus came forward and said that he would like to supply the message. Just letting him do his thing. Wait. Okay, thank you so much for coming forward in a fun and joyful, loving way. So, Jesus had to stop for a minute. All right, so the first card that he chose, we have 3 cards for the message for today. And the 3 cards are in front of my television next to a burning purple candle. And the first card that Jesus drew, now I'm going to move my camera around because there's a lot of light in front of me. The first card that Jesus drew came from the Enchanted Map Oracle. And he chose card number 30, making a choice. The second card that he wanted to provide comes to us from the Gratitude Oracle. And from that deck, he chose card number, wait a minute. Yep. Card number 9, Possibilities. And the third and final card for this reading, he asked me to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck, and the card that he drew was card number 22, Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain. So those are the 3 cards. I am going to write the message in the description along with the cards, but the Cliff's Notes version is how would you like, how would you like to view your pain differently? Life can be painful and challenging, but what if you believed that all was well, and if you viewed your pain with new possibilities, that you could learn from your pain, that you could, there was a beautiful sparkling twinkling light. I only got a flash though. And now I'm burning up. My temperature is completely elevated. Again, sorry, but there was a suspended light in front of me. They're just trying to confirm the message. They want to visually confirm the message that viewing your pain is a choice to view it differently. It is about making a choice to transmute it into something beneficial and beautiful, or to have it so woven into your story that it just becomes a part of you. I'm just watching the light in front of me, sorry. Yes, thank you so much. That it becomes a part of you that is woven into your own fabric. That keeps you from having the freedom of all the possibilities of what that pain could create for you in your life. Because when you have a choice, there's a fork in the road. You can go one way, which is the old way, and could potentially keep you stuck in a pattern of grief, anger, frustration, depression, or you could go in a different direction and see all the possibilities that lie ahead of you when you think differently, do differently, and look at the pain with all possibilities for your growth and expansion. Not saying it's easy. I myself have dealt with a lot of pain in the last year, in particular personal pain with all of the loved ones that have made their transitions. But honestly, I have chosen every day to look at those departures through a different lens than grief, overwhelm, and depression. Doesn't mean I don't have moments like that, but when I do, I try to shift my thinking to go down a different path. And it is about being aware and being conscious of your thoughts to choose differently. Because when you choose differently, you create differently. Yes, so I would like to thank Jesus for coming forward this morning to provide the collective message, and for all the beautiful beings of light that came in confirmation of his message. Thank you so much. Make it a great day. So before you go, I would love to share with you some still images of the light that I took from this oracle card reading, and also some slow motion clips of the light. And the still images and the clips will help you better understand how, in addition to the oracle cards that Jesus drew for us, also how the light uses my material possessions in order to further communicate. So let's first look at the light of Jesus. So when Jesus came forward, he first made his appearance at 7:22 a.m., which is significant for the 3 oracle cards that he drew for us today. The numbers break down to a single digit of 7. And also the last card that he drew, Fool's Embrace Transmuting Pain, had the number 22 on it. So that was the first thing I noticed. Secondly, when he came in, the first material possession that he made a point of touching was my Jesus box. Now, this box I inherited from my brother Leland, who unexpectedly transitioned back into the light last June 30th, 2021, which means 10 days from now, I will be honoring the first anniversary of my brother's transition back into the light. Now, I'm sharing with you not only the still image of how Jesus touches this box, but I'm also showing you the underexposed image of this to show you when I do that, you will see that Jesus' signature blue appears. This is normally the color that Jesus appears in, his energy, in order to identify himself to me. So Jesus first touches this very significant and important box in my life, and then he moves over to my peace on earth angel. Now you can see that I have several angel figurines in front of my television, but he chose to acknowledge the peace on earth. And what this signified to me was he was saying peace on earth first begins by creating peace within. And peace within is about how you think about your life and how you think about things that happen to you. And that's what this reading is all about. It's about transmuting the way you think in order to reduce the pain and suffering that you perceive in your life, and actually using those emotions in order to create something new and beautiful from that pain. After Jesus illuminated the peace on earth figurine, he then went over to my Jesus bust, which also happens to be next to my autographed photograph of Princess Diana. Now, I have this photograph. I inherited it from my fiance, Ken, who transitioned back into the light in 2010. And it's no coincidence that he passed on March 22nd. And it was truly one of the most painful days of my life. But I have transmuted that pain into so many fabulous, wonderful things. And I'm so grateful. So again, the number 22. After Jesus illuminated the Jesus bust, he then went over to, he made a circle and illuminated all three of the oracle cards. And then he ascended in the room and descended again directly on the peace on earth angel in order to make a point. So now that I have expressed those messages through my material possessions, let's take a look at the slow motion clip of Jesus illuminating and focusing on these particular items. So now let's take a look at the still images and the slow motion clip of Mother Mary when she came in the first time at 7:23 a.m. And during this particular appearance, her light had a pulsation to it. I'm going to share with you the original still image that I created, the underexposed still image, and a closer look. For in the underexposed image, you will see that Mother Mary's light appeared in the color blue. A different blue than Jesus, but nonetheless she came forward in the color blue. And her focus was on the peace on earth angel. Jesus made a point of acknowledging this angel, so did Mother Mary. stating, "Peace first starts within." It was the light of Princess Diana that came forward at 7:24 a.m., and Diana chose to focus her light on only one material possession of mine, and that is a large angel holding a star in her hands. And written on the wings of this angel are these words: "There are some who bring a light so great to the world that even after they have gone, their light remains." I feel this is so true about Diana. She was a bright light while she was here, and she left us with a legacy of light. Her charity work continues in her name. And so her actions really were a message to us. She was saying, what choices are we making? Are we exploring all possibilities to transmute our pain? Because that's what she did. She decided to transmute her pain by serving others. And so, how are we transmuting our pain? So now let's look at the slow motion of Diana's light over the angel. Mother Mary's second appearance was at 7:27 a.m., and when she came forward, she first focused her light over the same large angel figurine that Princess Diana did, and then she illuminated the time on the clock. Spirit often shows me the magic through repeating numbers, and here Mother Mary was pointing out the repeating number of 7. And when you add 7 plus 2 plus 7, it adds up to the number 16 and reduces down to a single digit of 7. 1 plus 6 equals 7. And that is how Spirit communicates to each of us when we pay attention. So watch for those repeating numbers in your life. Now let's look at this second slow motion clip of the light of Mother Mary. I conclude our reading for this day with 2 more images of the light of Jesus. I hope this video was helpful, not just to receive the messages from Jesus and the other light beings that came forward, but also to better understand how Spirit uses oracle cards, material possessions, repeating numbers, signs, symbols, and synchronicities in order to communicate to us. So thank you so much for watching. Be well, and I'll see you for our next reading. Bye.